when you're in this business, if you are lax and you stop paying attention, man, it goes fast. I learned that from, unfortunately in a bad way, from Watts, who was like the freaking genius of all geniuses in the 80s. And when he came back in the 90s and hadn't watched in 5 years, it was like, oh my God, like, you're way behind and you're freaking Bill Watts. You know what I mean? It's like, I thought like nobody knew more than Bill Watts. And at the time, I don't think anyone did. So it was like, that was like a real scary thing to me, was like, man, if I don't care who you are, you could be Mike Tenay, who's like a super genius, right? And if he stops watching wrestling for 5 years, he's going to be out of touch too, which is, by the way, why he has never stopped watching wrestling even after retiring, because I think that he's afraid of exactly what I just said.
Man, does Vince watch what AEW does on that note, or does he stay inside his bubble?
No, he doesn't, and he doesn't know. And I think that's probably, I think he just kind of gets fed by his people that they're really crummy and they're really terrible as beginners, luck and all that. But, it's I mean, and I know people in that company who, steadfastly, no matter what, is just like, it's, yeah, they got off fast because they're the cool thing, but, their product's so terrible. And it's like, their product's not terrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At all. It's better than yours on their television product's better than yours, but, they can't admit to that. So there's always going to be those excuses. Even, I think they went through the WCW thing where they thought our product's better than them, and it just took a while, and then we won. And it's like, no, when WCW went ahead, their product was better than yours. And then when your product was better than theirs, there was a lag period of a couple months. But that's when you went ahead. I mean, that's there is a lag period, but it's like, that's really what it is. It's who's got the better product is I don't want to say he's going to win, because if an AEW, WWE, if they were both actually head to head on Monday night, WWE would win based on the fact that they have, the 30 years in the time slot, or almost 30 years, 27 years in the time slot lead. So they would win even if AEW had the better show. But in time, if you gave it a year or two, and AEW had a better show for two straight years, they would win. But it would take time to pull that off.
Man, like, it was the tip of the wing of a dove against a giant glass ball will eventually become a grain of sand, I think is what it is. I got there eventually. So
yeah.
Anyway, you're great.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's forever in television. Nothing. So what seems impossible. Put it this way: when UFC first got on TV and started doing really well on Spike, I remember people going, "Do you think they can beat boxing?" And it's like, boxing's been around 100 years. It's going to take 10 years for them to beat boxing. A year later, they were ahead of boxing. So it's like, whoa, it's like nothing's forever.